The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. A wise man learns more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. He who is drowned is not troubled by the rain. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. Do not be desirous of having things done quickly. Do not look at small advantages. Desire to have things done quickly prevents their being done thoroughly. When you have faults, do not fear to abandon them. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. The wise man learns more from his enemies than the fool from his friends. A man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. He who sacrifices his conscience to ambition burns a picture to obtain the ashes. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. If you plan for 1 year, plant rice. If you plan for 10 years, plant trees. If you plan for 100 years, educate mankind. The person attempting to travel 2 roads at once will get nowhere. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows public opinion. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls and others build windmills. To know yet to think that one does not know is best. Not to know yet to think that one knows will lead to difficulty. A fool sees not the same tree that a wise man sees. When the heart is at ease, the body is healthy. The sage sees the difficulties but does not lose sight of the goal. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. The greater the doubt, the greater the awakening. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. Before you criticize a man, walk a mile in his shoes. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. To understand the way of life, you must live life to understand. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. The flame of the lamp is not disturbed by the wind. Silence is a source of great strength. The gem hides in the mountain of stone. When the horse is prepared, you can trust it to carry you across the river. An inch of time is an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with an inch of gold. The temptation to quit will be greatest just before you are about to succeed. A wise man does not reveal all that he knows. Only a fool does. The best fighter is never angry. Patience is power. With time and patience, the mulberry leaf becomes silk. He who asks a question is a fool for 5 minutes. He who does not ask a question remains a fool forever. The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. Man who stand on hill with mouth open will wait long time for roast duck to drop in. He who strikes the first blow admits he's lost the argument. If you want to know what's happening in the world, look at what you're doing. A single conversation with a wise man is worth a month's study of books.